Hey guys, Mary Mead, and welcome to another reading. And this is another reading for Citrine, which I am so excited about because her last reading was so good. I was so excited. I saw some really neat things happening for her. That was a chakra reading, and so I'm really excited to be able to do this follow-up. Now, this is the Autumntide reading. And this reading takes a look at what we can harvest, okay? Because we're kind of in that season where we want to harvest the fruits of our labors, if you will. We've been working all summer. We've been trying to grow things. We've been trying to develop things. And now is the time that we get to see what comes from that, okay? And I'm sorry about this glare here. I cannot work out my lights. I need to get better light situation. I know that. That's something that I'm going to be working on. But yeah, so this will improve. I'll hold up the card so you can see it. So, now here we've got, this is a 9-card reading, okay? So this is going to look at the 3 months of the Autumntide, okay? So this is like September 21st through October 21st, October 21st through November 21st, November 21st through December 21st. And these are our special guidance cards, okay? I use oracles in conjunction with tarot to provide some special guidance. Now, as far as the stones I've used, these are both petrified wood, and I've used those because they kind of ground us and stabilize us, and they connect us to the past and to the ancestors, and that's also kind of a theme for autumn. I have the ammonites here and also here because ammonites, they spiral, right? So they kind of spiral to the center, right? And that's what we do in the autumn. We kind of go back within, spiral in, kind of leave behind the external world a little bit and go inside of ourselves, all right? I also have jasper here. These are both polychrome jasper, and these are mugite. And jasper is very grounding. It's very stabilizing. It also gives you energy, and sometimes, you know, in the autumn, we could maybe use a little bit of extra energy. So it's really good for that, but especially for grounding and stabilizing. Now, these two I chose especially for Citrine. And it's kind of funny because usually I use Citrine in this place, but I used Adventuring here. Now, she is going through some things where she has kind of this new venture coming up, right? She's starting to think in ways of how she can follow this path, right? She wants to follow this spiritual path, and it's really exciting. So with adventuring, I think of those as, you know, they have some connotations as far as money goes, but also just of growth, right? They connect us to nature, and nature is about growing and building, and it's very expansive as a stone. So I thought those would really go here. So yeah, so let's take a look. Now the first card is the situation, and here we have the 7 of coins. Now, the 7 of coins, I always call this the farmer's card because it's about working, okay? It's about slow and steady work, right? Where you're putting forth all the effort, you're taking all the steps. And actually, it's kind of funny. This goes with the message that you sent along. You said that you are doing this step by step, slowly and meticulously. And there you go. That's that card, right? So it's the farmer card where you're taking the right steps. You're doing the right things, just, you know, a little slowly, and you're doing it right, okay? You're not just going crazy, flying by the seat of your pants. You're doing the right things, and there will be growth. It'll just be a little slow, and that's fine, okay? Because it's lasting growth. It's something that you have to work hard for, but it's worth it in the end, if that makes sense. So, this card is the right action. And that's the 10 of Swords reversed. Now, the 10 of Swords reversed, usually when you see the 10 of Swords, it kind of shows that there's a situation that's over, okay? That's done, that's dead. Kill it, you know, put a tag on the toe, let it go, right? And sometimes when we see that, that means trouble letting go, but with it reversed like that, you're fine, okay? The best thing to do is to move beyond. And it does show that you are kind of moving beyond. So you had mentioned in your message a situation that was kind of disappointing, which we picked up on in the other reading. I'm going to try not to refer back to the other reading so much because I want this to be its own reading, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's you are on the other side of that, right? You have put that behind you. You're moving on. You are going on to bigger and better things, right? You've recognized that that situation is dead and gone, and not to hang on to it anymore. So that's a great card in that situation, okay? So once you kind of cut away that situation that isn't feeding you, that brings you to your harvest. And your harvest here, oh, this is so good. I love the Queen of Wands. She is, okay, well, you know, she's fiery. I mean, it's the fire element, but she's passionate, right? She is so excited about life, excited about her projects, excited about the things she wants to do. So you've done this slow and steady work. You've cut away things that are dragging you down, that are not helpful. And now you're just this pure passion, this pure energy, and this pure forward momentum, right? So this is what you're going to harvest from this, from just letting go and just kind of like letting everything in the past be in the past and doing the work. So this is awesome, right? And from what you said to me, this does show kind of exactly where you are right now. You know, this is the period that we're in right now, and it looks like, yeah, you're doing all the right things. So like, keep up with that. Yeah, that's exciting. I love her. I love her so much. So let's see what kind of guidance we have here. And okay, interesting. This is forgiveness. Let me show you. Reducing your burden. And, you know, we do know that, like, when things kind of fall apart, because, you know, this can also be like the end of a marriage. This can be the end of a business venture. Something that we put a lot into, but is gone. And so now we need to practice this forgiveness. And I'm sorry again about that glare. But yeah, the right action is just to let things go, keep working, and just claim that passion. That is your harvest for this month, or for this period right here. So yeah, so that's perfect. So, and I did sense, you know, again in the last reading, that there was an emotional component. So I think this card is speaking to that. So, but I think you're already there from what you've said. I feel like you're kind of letting it go. You're doing the right thing. So we're good. Now again, this is from like October 21st to about November 21st. So we're almost here, okay? Now the situation here, so here we've got the Knight of Swords reversed. Again, I don't want to keep referencing the last reading, but he came up for us in the last reading too. I don't know if you remember. And it was about communication, okay? It was about not being able to communicate effectively your goal, or communicate with the people that you want to bring this service to, right? Because you had this kind of will to serve people and to help people. So again, we've got the Knight of Swords reversed here. So you're still, I do show that communication is going to be tricky for you, okay? So again, you know, same things like I said last time, you know, work on your Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. I really hated Instagram for a long time, but I kind of got to love it. Yeah, so really it's going to be, you're going to be struggling with communication, okay? And getting your services out there to the people who need to see them, okay? Now the right action for that, we've got the Eight of Cups. Now, that's interesting there. The Eight of Cups, and again, we talked about this. You're on this spiritual path, right? So the Eight of Cups is usually about leaving behind everything that you have done previously, all the things that you thought were important, and that can be like your job, you know, your family life, your home, things like that that you've built up and made that don't really serve you. Leaving those behind and following more of a spiritual path, okay? So I feel like with the Knight of Swords here, this could be a blog, okay? I just get the sense that the best way to start communicating here is to kind of share that personal experience of that leaving behind everything that you had built up that you thought was perfect to pursue your spirituality, to pursue a spiritual path. Because the Eight of Swords is very much about leaving all that behind to pursue a dream, a spiritual path, just to kind of a more authentic life, okay? So I feel like if you can communicate that with people, they're going to respond to that, okay? Yeah, like a blog, maybe even videos, do videos just talking about your path, okay? Talking about how you have turned away from all the things that you thought were important to pursue your spirituality. And I feel like that's really going to help with this difficulty in communication, but it's kind of like you have to overcome a personal block with that to make that happen. And here's the thing, people want to know, and people want to know what you're going through, and that's going to draw the right people to you. Okay, people who can relate, all right? So what you'll harvest from that, well, that's interesting. It's the Five of Coins. Now, the Five of Coins is not usually a great card, okay? The Five of Coins is usually about being kind of like out in the cold, about financial difficulties, that sort of thing. That's not usually a great card, but I feel like here it's going to be more about independence. I'm sorry, my husband had a video on. I had to go get him to keep that quiet. So again, the Five of Coins, usually it's about, there's this picture of these people out in the snow, right? And there's this big, beautiful church with this warmth coming through the windows. But they're out in the snow, right? They're forging their own path. And I think that's what you're going to get here. If you like really kind of expose yourself in this way, in this communicating way, it's going to kind of, you may find that people turn their backs on you. You may find that people don't get it, right? But you're going to be forging your own path. You're going to be doing something brand new that no one has done. And what you're going to get from that is independence. So all the things that you thought were important, that you thought were comforting, the people and things that you thought would be there for you, they may not be there for you, but you're going to know that you can do this on your own, right? You're going to get that independence. You're going to get that feeling of, hey, I did this myself. It was difficult, but it's mine, okay? So yeah, I see this actually as being kind of good here. It's going to be difficult, but it's going to be so empowering, right? You're going to do this on your own. Now for special guidance, we have, oh wow, we've got the owl. Okay, see, the owl, I kind of have personal associations with the owl. The owl is my writing spirit guide, right? So the owl, it's, we've got wise seeing, wise action here. And he is very much about wisdom, but look at those eyes, right? The way that I see this, the eyes are the window to the soul, right? You're going to be letting people gaze into your soul, and you're going to be seeing through expressing yourself, through forging this path, you're going to be seeing into other people's souls as well, if that makes sense. Because I feel like, what you're wanting to do is all about communication and all about really reaching people on the soul level, okay? So you're going to be seeing things that ordinary people don't see, right? The owl has this amazing night vision, okay? So you're going to be seeing things that people don't see, that people don't necessarily show you. They're going to be seeing things about you too, right? And that's important because you want that exchange, all right? You want that kind of ebb and flow of that energy exchange. So again, I feel like this goes back to like a blog or, maybe YouTube videos, something like that, where you're really expressing yourself on this deep, important level, okay? So here we've got, again, November 21st to about December 21st, which is when winter starts. So the situation, we have the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is about movement, but here I'm showing that things are not going to be moving fast enough for you, all right? You're going to be impatient. And honestly, it's kind of at that time of year, right? Everyone is worried about the holidays. Nobody is really, I mean, everybody is just so focused on the holidays. Like, there's not a lot of room for, like, deep spiritual things around that time of year. You know, we're at the stores until midnight or whatever. So I wouldn't worry about this so much. It just does seem like things aren't going to be working for you as fast as you would like. And that's kind of cool. It's kind of like that time of year where everything comes to a grinding halt. So, the right action here, we've got the Three of Wands reversed. Now, the Three of Wands reversed are about manifestation, okay? Making things happen. And I think that what this is saying right now is, for this time, is not to worry so much about making everything happen right away. Okay, go back to this energy of the Seven of Coins, where you just take your steps, you just go slowly, but you're doing things the right way. All right? With the Three of Wands, we're trying to put things together, we're trying to make things happen, but it's just not going to work out this time of year. Okay? Take a break. You know, enjoy your holidays. I know it's difficult when your brain is on fire with all these new things you want to do. I certainly get that. But yeah, I mean, don't worry so much about not moving, not doing anything. You know, pick it back up January 1st, right? You know, start fresh with some brand new course of action, you know, just let that go. And if you do start something here in some sort of communication realm, this may just mean that it takes a while for you to get followers or to get people to see it, that sort of thing. If you need any advice on that, if you have any questions, give me a yell. It's something I've been doing for like a very long time, so I would be happy to help. So now what you'll harvest from that is the Ace of Wands, okay? You're going to get fresh, new, brand new ideas, right? This is a time where if you're not trying to make things happen, you can gestate ideas, okay? Keep a notebook, write everything down. You're going to be coming up with some brand new, exciting ideas. And the Ace of Wands is kind of like the beginning of everything, okay? So I see this being like January 1st. I see this being you just daydreaming and coming up with all these really fabulous ideas and then just bursting onto the scene, okay? So, yeah, if you worry less about things should be happening, things should be moving, I should be doing things, just let the ideas come to you, right? Brainstorm. You know, this is an incredibly creative time for you because this card is all about creativity, all right? So, yeah, so this is a really good thing. You know, like I said, just enjoy it, you know, enjoy the kind of lull and use that as a time to daydream. So, special advice here is the Black Cat. And this is Fortune Meets Opportunity. So, but again, look at these eyes again. You know, we're still doing that deep, deep soul work, that, you know, gazing into the eyes to see what deeper messages we can get. But yeah, Fortune Meets Opportunity. This is telling me, like, again, sit back. Don't try to force things, okay? Let fortune help you. Let fortune do its thing. And you had said, too, that you have kind of like this opportunity in the timing of this where you can ask for help from a friend who has some resources that maybe you don't have. So this could be it, too, right? Maybe talk to her. Maybe she can help you brainstorm. I assume it's a girl. That's whoever it is. Maybe they can help you brainstorm and really come up with some good ideas, okay? So kind of take that time to plan things, think about things, you know, and it is not focusing here. And really, yeah, to kind of propel you along as far as like planning and as far as your enthusiasm. So, we have, let's see. Got so many wands. Okay, we've got the Queen of Wands, we've got these wands. Again, that's about passion. That is about, and it is not focusing. Let me see. There we go. So again, that's about passion. That's about your drive, your ambition, your motivation, right? So we've got all these cards, and this is going to be a main thing for you. We only have this one Cups card. So emotions aren't going to be like a huge part of this, right? This is a very emotional thing. It's not going to be a huge part. It is going to be kind of tough for you to open up and reveal yourself like that. It's not going to be huge, right? We've got the Two Swords here, which again are usually about communication. They're reversed, So I do see that if there are any problems there, it's just you need to work on the way that you communicate. And that's fine. Like, you know, this is all a learning process. Like, let it happen. Let it flow. And we've got the 2 coins, okay? And, yeah, I mean, there may be some little bit of, hey, the money's not coming in like I thought it would. But that's not a huge big deal because you're putting forth the work, okay? And it's going to happen eventually. So, yeah, so we've got forgiveness, the owl, and the black cat. So, yeah, again, look at those eyes. Like, look for that. This is what you want. This is what you want, this kind of intimacy and this kind of knowledge, right? And he's also, the cat here is also sitting on books. So, again, we're coming back to wisdom. So this is going to be a time for you to learn a lot. This is going to be a time for you to really build your skills. You are going to be doing something new and exciting. And yeah, again, this is so exciting. Like, I want to know how this goes for you. So, again, please let me know how it goes. Yeah, and I would also recommend, get yourself some aventurine. It's not expensive. It's one of the less expensive stones, but it's really so good for, well, you said that you've had experience with things like this. So, yeah, it's just really good for that growth. But also, relax. Don't get so stressed out that you worry too much. So that's it. Please let me know if you have any questions. And, again, please let me know if this means something to you. Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know how it plays out. So you can reach me at amyravenson@gmail.com. I'm also on Facebook as Amy Ravenson. And, yeah, I'm everywhere as Amy Ravenson. So, but, yeah, let me know if you want to talk about this. Because I think that, if you want to start something like that, I can help you. I can give you advice. So that's it. Hope you are having a great, it'll probably be Thursday by the time you get this. And blessed be. Bye-bye.